Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to the channel. I'm Brie.
And I'm Tori.
Today we are here to react to RM Namjoon's Come Back to Me official music video. We noticed in pulling this up that it is 5 minutes and 41 seconds. So we are super interested in this story that we're sure we're about to get. I'm sure we are not the only ones, but I'm sure some of the detectives out there were able to figure out. But we did laugh at ourselves when the name of the album came out, because that had been that other Instagram handle.
Oh yeah,
with all the letters for it, and we were like, it took us probably a few days after he announced the title of the album for us to make that connection. So that was just a little laugh for us of like, oh, it's been right there the whole time. Oh, but that's where we're at. But we are super excited for this music video. We really do not know what sort of sound we're getting from Namjoon today, so we're just gonna jump into it.
Yep.
So Come Back to Me, 5 minutes, 41 seconds. I don't know where we went, but I hope we come back.
I thought you were like gonna start saying the date, like 3/18/2024.
No. But we did
5 minutes.
We
41
did
seconds.
see that the song was in English, so we do have the captions on. And we will decide maybe after we watch it once if we feel like we need to watch it a second time. But we're just gonna go ahead and jump into it. Pause warning, just in case. Let's go. Hi, handsome.
See, like a little cut.
Told you I'm finding night, staying good. Spring's always been here. I will sleep in her eyes. Come back to me like you used to do. Be what you be. I will roll you to move.
He looks done.
I forgot the hour.
Oh.
I don't wanna know about the hour. I forgot the shower. 세수할 시간도 아까워. You don't have to be the anything you say. Try not to be, there's something in this say. Come back to me.
Oh wow.
Like you used to. Now I could see what a life is about. I told you I'm finding night, stay good. Spring's always been here. I will sleep in her eyes.
Ooh. This is not the sound I was expecting. Ooh. Oh my gosh.
I recognize that actor.
The tangerine or the orange?
I forgot the hour. I don't wanna know about the hour. I forgot the shower. 세수할 시간도 아까워.
Interesting that line is not in English.
You don't have to be the anything you say.
Whoa.
Try not to be.
I feel like that's all it said. Whoa.
Try not to be, there's something in this say. I told you I'm finding night, staying good. Spring's always been here. I will sleep in her eyes.
we're back here.
Oh,
It's different.
The environment's different too.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
This door.
I know. It's like all the relationships are completely different now.
Like that note change.
I'm gonna go through the door. Oh. The amount of transitions in this.
Told you I'd find enough, stay good. Springs always been it out, sleep in her eyes. I told you I'd find enough, stay good.
Oh, it's a set.
Always been it out, sleep in her eyes.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Look how many different, like, rooms there are. Like, endless. That was 5 minutes.
I did not feel like it. That flew by. I was so in it. Nothing like issuing a pause warning and then not pausing
Not
at all
pausing
because
at
you're
all.
so like
Sometimes it's
into
like
it,
that.
where your mouth just isn't shut because you're like
I think I said wow.
Wow.
Like, that's like all I was
Like,
saying.
need a wow counter how many times.
No.
Oh my goodness, that genuinely felt like a movie. Like I felt, especially at the end there, seeing all the different like rooms and sets and creations of this place. Talking about the track musically, I
Mhm.
felt very much like I enjoyed the simplistic instrumentals. I really liked the acoustic, like kind of R&B jazzy vibe we had. And when it built sort of into that chorus, it still wasn't really big, but it felt like it fit really well. So we would just add a few instruments in, and then we just bring them back down. And his voice, a lot of the time, especially in the beginning half, was very like lackadaisical. There wasn't a lot of, I would say, energy thrown into it. Now that's not to mean like anything negative. Like the way he sang it had the purpose, where it just felt like he was just repeating and just getting out what he needed to say, almost like he was talking like this with the shrugging and just like whatever. And then it kind of picked up by the end.
And then you started having like some of like the harmonies and like the bigger moments in the track kind of got bigger and bigger, and to where it was almost like he was a lot more in the present, I guess it felt like, or more in whatever, I guess, life he was in. That I don't know. To me, it kind of seemed like I'm curious because it seemed like he was playing multiple people in different like lives, and like in the beginning it seemed like any life that he was in was like not where he wanted to be, or everything was not going great, I guess.
Or he was very like aware and not quite the happiest person, like even as a child.
Yeah.
His parents seemed to be struggling with his demeanor.
He was hiding a lot.
Yes.
There was a lot of hiding and running and like non-confrontation. Like it seemed like especially like when I remember one of the people were like throwing stuff at him and he was just running. And then there was one scene where someone, like when a lady was like walking back behind him, like she didn't even see him. It was just almost like a memory or something. It's kind of how it like looked to me when he was in the hallway. But and then at some point it changed, and it was like once he accepted, it almost was like once he accepted in the scene one of the like, I don't know.
I felt like it was accepting himself.
Might have been.
Like it flipped. He was on this side and didn't look very happy.
Yeah.
And whoever she represented was over here. and then it flipped.
He was smiling, and then
smiling. Yeah. And then it seemed from that point we were able to accept these sort of situations in a much different light, as in we needed to sort of accept ourselves or just the situation we were in.
Because it wasn't like things were completely different, because he was still in the same situation. It was just like it had progressed somewhere better, because like even when the lady was on the bed with all the clothes that had all been thrown, like the room still looked a mess, but they were fine and they were talking.
Mm-hmm.
In the crib, the baby was like still there, and the parents were like, I guess engaging with him. And like, I will say that I'm glad that they put like an actual baby in that scene, because I felt like that would have been so strange looking.
just RM, just I don't, yeah.
But then at the end, when he accepted, I guess maybe himself or this whatever was going on, and they decided to leave through that door, it was almost like he was able to escape like this.
Yeah,
like
he was able to move on.
Yeah, that he was in.
I liked the different representations. It felt like to me of different, I don't know if it's different aspects of your life or just different stories in general. I mean, we had like what seemed to be at least like the happy family. We had I assume a couple that was arguing. We had the child, and then we had someone who's hanging out with these people.
Party type situation, yeah.
And so it was very interesting to see like the different aspects of, it could be just one person's journey or multiple different ones, but it was really interesting. Also,
I do believe, didn't he almost seem like he was really fixated on that door and trying to leave, but he didn't seem like he could actually do it.
We kept seeing the door.
Until the acceptance happened, mm-hmm. and then it was like you could go in and like exit. What I also found interesting was the door had like the 3 circles on it.
Yes, the 3
circles.
And
when you looked around, I feel like a lot of the things in the video were square. There were like square windows, square things on the walls. Like the rooms, of course, were square, and like that door had the circle. So I don't know if that had any importance, but I thought that was kind of cool, because I felt like there wasn't a lot of like they just were so emphasized.
They were different. Yes,
I did notice like the little squares. So it's almost like you're stuck in the box, and he's like gone out into something that's a lot more like wider and not as restricted. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. That really made me think. The whole video was so interesting.
Okay, I pulled up the lyrics real quick so we didn't have to scroll through the video again. But I just feel like with the lyrics specifically, there was so much repetition, which just felt like he was constantly
going round
in a
and
cycle.
Round. Yeah.
But essentially it seemed as though like and I could be interpreting this incorrectly, but it seemed as though he was asking for that happiness to come back, because he'd just been sort of like, no, I told you I'm fine, but like wanting it to come back, or who he used to be to come back, because he's tired of trying to be something he's not.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's kind of what I feel like we sort of get from the lyrics plus the video. So correct us if we're wrong, but that's the initial interpretation.
Yeah.
So this was it was such a chill, mellow vibe of
mm-hmm.
a song with a very heavy meaning to it, which is a very Namjoon thing to do. And so absolutely wonderful.
True.
We are looking forward to this album. We cannot wait to get to it.
11 tracks.
And all of the tracks that are on it.
I guess 10 now,
10
right? It did have 11,
yes.
And then it should be 10. So we'll have to figure out how to like break that down, because we can't unfortunately do them all in one video. Drives me crazy.
Copyright. Yeah. So we will figure that out, and we will have that up eventually, hopefully very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you so much for watching this with us. We love you so much, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.